What's up, everybody? It's Andrew. Hope you guys are doing well. And we're doing a quick game preview of the Week 8 matchup between the Jags and the Steelers. So let's get into it. I'm excited about this game. The Jags, who are 5-2, are going to be facing Steelers, who are 4-2, coming off a win there against the Rams. And this will be an exciting game. I think it'll be a tough matchup. The Jags are averaging offensively about 25 points a game. Steelers averaging about 17 points. So we're doing a little bit better offensively, but you can't underestimate this Steelers football team, stacked with talent, have a great wide receiving core there with George Pickens and Allen Robinson Jr., and, defensively as well with TJ Watt, who's going to be a player we got to minimize and watch out, but I'll get into that. But really excited about this game, wearing my Fred Taylor jersey. So, you know how Fred Taylor played against the Steelers, man. Ran all over them, 230 yards, 4 touchdowns. So, hoping we have a similar game like that this week. I'll be actually going to the game, so unfortunately I won't be live streaming it, but the live stream should pick up again, hopefully in the next few weeks. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, the Jags are 2.5-point favorite in this game. And, they're going to have to do a lot of things right in order to get a win or get a dub in this game, because they're going to be going into Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's going to have home field advantage. So that stadium is going to be loud. So the Jags are going to have to do a variety of things to come away with a win in this game. They're going to have to get momentum early. Hopefully we have players too coming back as well off the injury list. So we have, Walker Little, he'll be returning from the, injured reserve. We have Tyson Campbell, who will likely be returning as well, who had a hamstring injury. So that'll be good because we're going to need help in the secondary with this wide receiving core. The Steelers are a little banged up as well. Deontay Johnson, he's questionable. He's wide receiver for the Steelers. Then we have defensive end Larry Ogunjobi, I think that's how you pronounce it. He's questionable. Then we have corner rather. Levi Wallace, he's questionable. And then Joey Porter Jr., who's a corner, is questionable as well. So they're a little banged up as well. And so I think it'll be a pretty equal matchup there. But, let's go into some of the keys to the game here. I'm going to start off offensively. The Jags have to be aggressive and score early. They got to get out front, demoralize this Pittsburgh fan base early. They also need to establish the run, get ETN going there, use the run pass option to open up the passing game, let Trevor stretch out his arm. They need to create mismatches as well. The Jags need to create mismatches in the secondary. So, we're going to have to use Christian Kirk and Calvin Ridley to create mismatches in that secondary. I'll go into some of those key matchups where I'll talk about more of that. But, creating mismatches with Patrick Peterson and some of the secondary, Ridley having some of that height advantage and being that deep wide receiver, I think will be something that we need to take advantage of offensively. We have to protect the football. It's been a problem for us in the past week, right? We had that fumble. Christian Kirk fumbled the ball, and we had some mishaps on special teams where we had a fumble. So we got to clean that up. We got to protect the football because, the Steelers are going to be coming after us. They're going to be trying to create turnovers. So that's the offensive keys to the game. We're going to go into the defensive keys to the game here. Number one, get off the field. Create those 3 and outs, and get off the field, because we want to minimize those times where we're playing late in the fourth quarter and we're on the field, we're tired, and we're either tied or we're down by a score, and we have to get a stop. We have to get off the field. We got to make those stops. So secondly, get pressure on Kenny Pickett. When you get pressure on this quarterback, he will make mistakes. So we need to get our hands up. Josh Allen, Foley Fatukaze, Walker Little, or excuse me, Trayvon Walker rather. He's got to get his hands up, man. We got to get pressure on Pickett because he's not a super mobile quarterback. He's not going to extend plays. So we have to collapse that pocket, got to get pressure, maybe try to go for a strip sack and create some turnovers, because that's what we're going to need. Takeaways are going to be a key thing for this Jaguars defense and pressure on Kenny Pickett. Secondary is going to have to step up, man. They have to lock down the Steelers wide receivers. So you have George Pickens and Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson is a tall guy, so I think they're going to try to create mismatches with him on Darius Williams. Try to exploit that height advantage with Allen Robinson. So I think you're going to see a lot of targets to Darius Williams' side in this game. He's been playing lights out this season, with a bunch of interceptions there and turnovers. So he's just going to be battling it out with Allen Robinson. He just has to win these matchups. Tyson Campbell coming back with, coming off a hamstring injury. He's going to have to step up. He's going to have to play lights out in this game. So good press coverage by him on George Pickens. George Pickens is talking a lot of smack too in the media about how this defense is a hope defense, and they just depend on their defensive line. I think that's just a bunch of baloney, man. I think this defense is good. They just have to play consistently. So Mike Caldwell's got to come in with a killer game plan here, show him some different looks, get pressure on the quarterback, and I think we can come away with a win in this game. So those are some of the keys to the game there, offensively and defensively. Let's go into some of the key matchups here. To start off with, offensively, Jags wide receiver Calvin Ridley versus Steelers corner Patrick Peterson. Ridley has to get the ball in this game. I don't know why we haven't been able to do that this year, where we haven't been able to get big plays with Calvin Ridley. He's a threat. I just don't know why we use him more. We have to in this game. So he's got to win this matchup against corner Patrick Peterson. I think he can. We just have to be aggressive too with the play calling. Have to throw past the chains. Ridley's he's a deep ball wide receiver. So have to do that. Second matchup here offensively to look out for. Jags left tackle Cam Robinson versus edge rusher for the Steelers, TJ Watt. Amazing player. He could cause us a lot of problems if we don't lock him down. They're going to be moving him probably on different sides of the line there. So hopefully he's lined up against Cam Robinson, but he may be lined up against Anton Harrison as well. So both of the tackles really have to step up in this game and minimize him. Maybe the Jags do some different blocking schemes where, they put an extra running back there to help with the pass protection. So maybe, Tank Bigsby or Dearness Johnson, maybe we see them in pass pro helping out with protecting Trevor. So that's going to be important. Third offensive matchup here to look out for is Evan Ingram, our tight end for the Jags versus Keanu Neal, Steelers strong safety. I think he's got to be another person in this game that's just getting the ball, work him over the middle. He's just another asset in this wide receiving core. So he's going to have to win this matchup, get open, get separation, and make some plays. So Ingram's got to get the ball. I mean, he's key to this offense. So those are the offensive key matchups to look out for. Defensively, start off with Jags corner Tyson Campbell versus Steelers wide receiver George Pickens. That's going to be a battle. Campbell's our ace corner. Hopefully he can go. If he doesn't go, well, that Buster Brown may be going up against George Pickens. But I from what I hear, Campbell should be playing in this game. So Tyson Campbell versus George Pickens. It's going to be a battle. He's going to lock him down and not let him make any big plays. So that'll be one to look out for. Jags corner Darius Williams. I mentioned this earlier in the keys to the game versus Steelers wide receiver Allen Robinson Jr. This is going to be a revenge game for Allen Robinson. Failed to mention that earlier, but he's a former Jag. Y'all probably see me in live streams. I wear his jersey sometimes. I was a fan of him, but he's playing for the Steelers now. So, I'm going to root against him. And I'm hoping Darius Williams can win this matchup. It's going to be tough just because of the height advantage that Allen Robinson has. Man, he's just tall and he can get separation from corners and get open, and he runs really good routes. So yeah, Darius Williams has got to lock him down. So that really one more matchup here to look out for is Jags edge rusher Josh Allen versus Steelers left tackle Dan Moore Jr. We got to get pressure on the quarterback, man. And I don't know what we're going to do about our pass rush. Josh Allen, I just don't see a lot of like hand technique and getting separation from offensive linemen. It's more of a bull rush. Sometimes, if a play is extended or, the quarterback's holding on to the ball, he'll get in there and make a play. But we need somebody who's going to get to the quarterback in like 3 seconds, who has, hand technique, can chop, can spin, can do swim moves. I mean, I just don't feel like it's there. I don't think we have that. So, maybe we make an acquisition before the trade deadline with Danielle Hunter or Josh Uche. I don't know, but we need to do something because we need to beef up this pass rush. Hopefully he wins this matchup. It's going to be, important. Him and Walker have got to get pressure on the quarterback. So that'll be one to look out for as well. But yeah, those are some of the key matchups. I will actually be at this game. I will be in Pittsburgh. So I will be there with my fellow, with my wife and then my fellow Steelers fans that are my friends. So it'll be interesting. I'll be surrounded probably by Steelers fans, but hopefully there's some love from Jags fans as well that are in the stands. So hopefully we'll be doing the Duval chant there and come away with the win. I think the Jags can win this game. It's going to be a close one. I think the Jags will win this 24-21. But you guys let me know. Do you see the Jags coming away with the win in this game? What do you think the score will be? Leave me a comment on the YouTube video or podcast episode. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Helps me with the YouTube algorithm. If you enjoy my work, hit that red subscribe button. Always helps me. Hope you guys are doing well. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Duval! What's up, everybody? It's Andrew from the Jaguar Podcast. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as always. And remember, this is a podcast, so you can find this pretty much wherever you find podcasts. Subscribe to it. Go Jags, and I'll see you next time.